I'm Princess Leah. Before I continue, please put like and subscribe. My sister Emily was born when I was 2 years old, and she was a little different. Every time Emily was around people, she would scream and find somewhere to hide. One day, when I was 8 and Emily would talk to you, she cried, and I snuck you out. But it wasn't the finest idea to hide my sister beneath my clothes. My parents was horrified when I tripped over the refreshments and spilled a chocolate fountain over a lady's dress. Was it something we did? It just doesn't make sense. Over the years, Emily's fear only worsened to the point where, by the time she was 8, she wouldn't even leave our bedroom. Everyone in the village still loved me, but they thought there was something seriously wrong with Emily. They said, I hear she just stares out her window all day. It's a shame she's not more like her sister Leah. Worst of all, Emily wanted me to stay with her in our room all the time. I couldn't even go downstairs for dinner without Emily crying. She pleaded. When I was 16 years old, I went for a walk around the castle to get some fresh air. Suddenly, I looked up and nearly passed out. There was a man trying to climb onto the roof. I said, Hey, what do you think you're doing? Ah, climbing into the roof? What does it look like? Excuse me? But this is the king and queen's castle. You better climb down before I tell my parents about this. And he jumped down from the roof. With that, he simply walked away, and I felt my fairy start to boil since I know he had been attempting to cause trouble the next morning when I went down for breakfast. He landed just inches from me. I was shocked to see my parents with the guy who climbed the roof. Oh, darling, you're awake. I'd like you to meet Nico. He's the dog's son and a lovely young man. But I saw him climbing into the roof of the castle last night. He's dangerous. He was up to no good. No.
Nico just likes lying on her roof to watch the stars at night.
What? My parents were crazy. What king and queen would let some weirdo climb their castle walls at night and believe such a stupid lie? Fine. Be naive and let this intruder do his thing. But when he puts all our lives in danger, don't come crying to me. I was going to sneak up on Nico and see what he was up to. I would have one of our guards bring me up to the roof with a harness and a rope. But that night, as I rose up to the castle roof, I saw Nico sitting with tears in his eyes. He didn't even look surprised to see me. Nico, are you okay? I came to check on you. But I assumed you'd check on me sooner or later because I haven't been feeling well in years. What do you mean? I'm naturally the most important person in the world. Duke's child. I was adopted when I was 10 years old, and I never knew that my parents were acquainted with your parents because they used to bring me up here a lot. When I was little, my mother and I would sit together here and watch the star cars. At one point, she advised me to come up to this location if I ever got lost so that she would know where to look for me. I know she'll never come here, but hanging out at this spot makes me feel closer to her. Your dad's a saint. He was the one who convinced the Duke to adopt me. I just wish. I didn't miss my parents so much. I was so stunned to speak I had totally misjudged him. We ended up talking for hours, and before I knew it, the sun had come up. I should go, but this was really fun. Maybe we can do this again tomorrow night. I like that. You're a good listener, Leah. Then, one day, something crazy happened. I was having lunch at school when suddenly a few girls came up to me with smirks on their faces. According to one of your mates, your weirdo sister threw a chair at a new maid of yours this morning. We didn't know she was that crazy. Oh God, I wanted to disappear. They should just lock her up forever. You shouldn't have said that. I yanked the girl's hair hard, and she started to scream. Just then someone pushed the girl backwards, and I saw it. It was Nico. You forgot you're speaking to our future queen girls. Come on, Leah. Let's go for a walk. Nico led me away from the girls, and that's when I asked him how he was in my school. I've been homeschooled my whole life, but my dad decided it was time I started studying with all the royals. I was really happy. Nico had transferred, but his words made me think of Emily. She had never been able to go to a normal school all of a sudden. I had tears in my eyes, and I told Nico everything about Emily, how she never come out of her room, how my parents were ashamed of her, and how I always needed to stay with her. What if the girls are right? What if Emily really is crazy and she starts losing her mind? I don't know, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice your life for her. Emily probably just needs someone outside her family to feel safe with. If you want, I'll come over and talk to her. I hugged Nico and immediately agreed that night. I brought him into our bedroom, and Emily started having a panic attack. Hey, it's okay, Nico's a friend. Then suddenly, Emily stood up to really get a look at Nico, and seconds later, she was swooning. I never knew Leah had such handsome friends. You know I'm a princess too, right? Emily started flirting with Nico like crazy, but as the night went on, Nico got her to start opening up about her issues. I get what you're going through. Sometimes I got so depressed, I don't even want to leave my bed. But sometimes being alone make it worse. How about I introduce you to some of my friends from school? We can start slow to my shock. Emily agreed. Nico and I started out by taking her for walks in the park and once in a while introducing her to people. I was so grateful for Nico, and as time passed, we grew really close, and I secretly started having feelings for him. Then one night, the three of us were walking along the pier when suddenly Nico tripped and fell sideways into the lake, hitting his head on a rock, and he started sinking into the water. I jumped into the lake. He was unconscious. Luckily, I know CPR, and within an hour he started to wake up. He was saved. The next day, I went to visit Nico at his house to see how he was. When I got there, he was lying on the couch, and he looked super out of it. Hey, how are you feeling? I just remember that I hit a rock and almost drowned, and that someone special saved my life. You have no idea how much it means to me. Leah, I haven't felt this loved in years. My heart soared. I was just about to lean and kiss him when Emily come over and Nico took her hand. Emily told me she dove into the water to get me and then did CPR. She's an absolute angel to my horror. Nico pulled Emily close and kissed her. I felt like I was going to throw up. I yanked Emily's arm and pulled her into the other room. How take credit for saving Nico's life. He's been my best friend for the past year, and you know I'm in love with him. Leah, I've been miserable my whole life. I don't know if any guy will want to be with me, ever considering all the issues. I have this could be me once in a lifetime chance at happiness, but I guess that doesn't matter. So go tell Nico the truth and be the village hero. I just look at myself away in this bedroom forever. Emily stormed off into the bathroom and slammed the door. I couldn't think straight. I ran out of Nico's place to clear my head. I wanted to tell Nico the truth so badly. But what if Emily was right? What if this was her one chance at a normal life in the end? I decided to let Emily take the credit. It probably wouldn't be a big deal. She'd get to be the village hero for once. Plus, it wasn't like she and Nico were going to get married overnight. I had time to think things over, except Emily's fame lasted for more than a week. Worst of all, she and Nico were getting close, the two of them. Even went out together. He comforted her every time she had a panic attack and congratulated her every time she left the castle. God, was he her boyfriend or her babysitter? Then one night, my parents invited Nick over the dinner, and Dad made an announcement that sent me over the edge. After much thought and discussion, we would like for Nico to be our new king. We love him like our own son, and we can't think of who'd be a better husband for our daughter. My jaw dropped. I was going to be with Nico. After all, everything was going to work out, but Emily was famine. You're just going to take Nico away from me. Like that you mean I'm going to marry Leah actually. You're going to marry Emily, and she's going to be the queen instead of Leah. You two make such a beautiful couple, and it was truly a miracle that Emily was able to save your life, even with all her challenges, and that's remarkable. I felt like I've been punched in the face. That's insane. I'm the eldest daughter. I've been preparing to be queen my whole life, and you know I'm the one who saved Nico. I should have never let Emily lie and take the credit for it. And I'm not letting her take my crown or marry Nico either before anyone could react. I fled from the table and into my bedroom. Then suddenly I felt someone standing over me, and it was Emily with fire in her eyes. Why would you rape me out like that? You can still have any guy you want as long as it's not Nico. I've loved Nico for over a year. Emily, I've sacrificed everything for you. I spent days on end locked in this room so you wouldn't feel scared and alone. Is this the thanks I get? So you're saying I owe you in some way? I never asked you to sacrifice yourself for me. You could have left me for a few hours. If it was too much, it's not my fault. You don't know how to set boundaries, sorry, but I'm only responsible for my own happiness. That was it. Without thinking, I slapped Emily across the face hard. Emily turned around and was about to push me, but instead she tripped and fell backwards. Tumbling down the stairs, everyone called for help, and an ambulance came. What had I done? I went with everyone to the hospital, but I wasn't able to see Emily yet. I felt sick to my stomach. Suddenly, I felt someone's hand on my shoulder. It was Nico. Hey, Emily's going to be okay. She'll be in a cast for a few weeks, but don't worry. I think there is something seriously wrong with me. How could I hurt my sister like that? Maybe because you were fed up with letting her take what's yours. The servants overheard your conversation with Emily, that it was you who saved me, and how you let her take the credit. I was totally silent. I hadn't really thought of it that way, but Nico had a point also. I need to confess something. I'm in love with you too. I've been in love with you for ages. I thought I loved Emily because she saved my life. But we don't have that connection that you and I have. I want to be with you, Leah, not your sister. Suddenly, Nico leaned in to kiss me. Oh God. I wanted to kiss him so bad. But what about Emily? I couldn't do this to her. I ran away from Nico. At that second, I had to talk to Emily. I went out to bring her flowers and then apologized for everything. Actually, I'm the one who owes you an apology. I went way too far by stealing both Nico and your crown from you. I know Nico that doesn't see me like that. It's okay. Emily, it's in the past. Now everything is going to be alright. I'm so glad. You're okay. Honestly, me too. I hugged my sister tight. Today, I'm married to Nico as the queen, and Emily is married too, with 3 kids. If you like the story, share your opinion in the comments, and thank you for watching.